Hi everyone, this is Tips, Tricks, and How-To by Gone Researching. This is the second instructional video in a series I am creating on Family Tree Maker 2017. My hope is this will serve as a visual supplement to the companion guide and the help built into the program. I think everyone should be able to learn something useful regardless of whether you are new to Family Tree Maker 2017, upgrading from an older version, or have been using the program for a while now. This is Plan Workspace. I'd like to point out that I'm using Software Mac Family Tree Maker 2017 Windows version that was released in 2017 on an older laptop that came with Windows 7 but is running Windows 10. Now there is an update that was released in February 2018. I'm not using it for two reasons. I haven't had time to install it, and I'm keeping my program the same version as a cousin's while we work on something. For those already running the update from February 2018, don't worry, everything here still applies to that release also. Though a few features have been tweaked, I'll try to point those out along the way. In either situation, in order to use the Records Merge feature, you must have the Family Tree Maker 2017 version and be signed into your Family Search account, which is free, or be signed into your Ancestry data subscription to access the record collections on Ancestry, which requires a subscription fee. In the first video of this series, Getting Started and Taking a Look Around, we covered the Family Tree Maker 2017 interface. With this video, we will review the Plan Workspace. In Family Tree Maker, all the different options and features are organized so that similar things are together, which means there are 7 workspaces. These workspaces are Plan, People, Places, Media, Sources, Publish, and Web Search, all available on this top toolbar. The Plan Workspace, which you see here, is where you manage your tree files, and it provides a place to manage your research for each tree. I think of the Plan Workspace as looking at your tree from the file point of view. In the Plan Workspace, there are 2 view tabs on the Plan toolbar, New Tree and Current Tree. The New Tree view, where we are now, is where you manage your Family Tree Maker 2017 tree files. The left panel on most of the workspaces is the List panel. The center panels are the data panels, and the right panel is the editing information panel. Notice that the Plan Workspace does not have an editing panel on the right. On the New Tree View tab of the Plan Workspace, you will see in the Getting Started panel on the left, where we are here, a list of your tree files, including the options for starting a new tree. You can start a new tree from scratch by entering what you know about yourself or the individual you want to start with, giving your Family Tree Maker tree file a name, and if you want to save it in a different location than specified in the Family Tree Maker options, you can do that by using the File Location button. You can also start a new tree by importing data from an existing tree, such as a tree file from an earlier version of Family Tree Maker, a path file from the discontinued Personal Ancestral File Program, a file from the Legacy Family Tree Program, or a GEDCOM file, which is a text file that allows different genealogy programs to share information between them by exporting and importing files that have the GED extension. Just locate the file you want to import, type in the name you want for your new Family Tree Maker 2017 file, then follow the import process windows as the data is analyzed for importing. Or if you have created an online member tree at Ancestry, you can download that tree into Family Tree Maker 2017. You can have that online tree and the Family Tree Maker tree file sync so each stays up to date as you work on it, or you can choose to break the Family Sync link, creating essentially 2 separate trees, one online and one in Family Tree Maker. Once you have a tree or trees in Family Tree Maker 2017, you will see it or them in the list under Open a Tree. And in the Workspaces toolbar, under Select Tree. With a specific tree selected highlighted, in the list under Open a Tree or select it from the drop-down menu under Select Tree in the Workspaces toolbar, you have options. To open the tree, rename the tree, delete the tree, or remove it from the Family Tree Maker 2017 tree list. You can also browse to locate a file if it does not already appear in the tree list. Or open a tree in another Family Tree Maker interface window so you can have two trees open at one time. Note that under Open a Tree in the List panel, you need to already have a tree open in order for the Open Tree in New window to be selectable. And in this case, we only have one tree file, so it won't be selectable. There are two tricks you may not be aware of. In the list of tree files, you can double-click a tree name to open the file, just like in the operating system environment. And you can right-click a tree file name to access the same options we just reviewed. So there are often multiple ways to do tasks in programs. Here's some interesting trivia. You have at least 10 ways to open a tree file, and we'll show you them now. Under File, Open in Window, and the keyboard shortcut makes 3, 4, 5. Select the file, 6 with the open tree icon. Under Options, 7. 8 is double-click the file name. Right-click for 9 and 10. But there is only one way to close a tree file. File, Close. Yet there are 3 ways to exit the program. 1 for exit, 2 for the shortcut, 3 for the red arrow for the program, or red X for the program window. With a tree file open, I'll do that right now. The Current Tree View tab appears in the Plan Workspace toolbar. Moving to the Current Tree View, you see details about the tree you have open. Over in the top left, about this family tree panel, you have a list of some details and statistics about the open tree. Who is set as the home person? A home person is the main person in your tree and from whom the relationships are calculated. Who is the currently active selected person, which is often who you last worked on in the People workspace. Click the Home Person heading to change who is the home person. Click either of the names listed and you will go to that person in the People workspace. Statistic-wise, you see how many people are in the file and how many marriages. You also see the size of the tree file along with the date the tree file was created, it was last saved, and when the last backup was performed. Select the More button and see even more statistics. The number of generations and surnames, the average lifespan, the earliest birth with who and when, most recent birth date with who and when, how many facts, places, sources with templates used, citations, and media are in the tree file. Down in the lower left Family Sync panel, you will see the status and options for linking your Family Tree Maker tree file to an online member tree at an Ancestry.com website. You must have a user account at Ancestry to link your Family Tree Maker tree. If you have not uploaded and linked your open tree to Ancestry, there is an Upload and Link to Ancestry button to do so. If you have uploaded and linked your tree to an online tree at Ancestry, and I have an example of that. Here we go. You will see the status of the synchronization between the trees as in sync or sync needed. Sync now initiates a synchronization and lets you access synchronization options. You can manage sync options, which are to manually or automatically sync, enable show changelog before finalizing sync, and to enable the download of Ancestry citation media to the desktop tree. This last is a good choice because if you end your Ancestry data subscription, you will still have access to your found record images because you have had them downloaded to your desktop tree. Normally, attaching records with sources and citations in Ancestry simply links your tree to the media on the website, and if you end your subscription, you lose the ability to see the media items. Additional details in the Family Sync panel are the Ancestry Online tree name to which the Family Tree Maker tree is linked synced. I've grayed it out here, but that's where it appears. The date and time of the last sync, the date and time when the Ancestry Online tree was last modified, and the date and time when the desktop tree was last modified, and if and to whom the online tree was shared and the status of those invites. If you decide to upload and sync your tree at the time you do so, you will have options to select in the Upload and Link Family Tree Maker and Ancestry Tree dialog window. You can name the Ancestry Online tree to be created, decide between syncing automatically and manually, select the privacy options of the tree, which are private with index, private no index, and public, which is indexed. And if you've not already done so, you'll be asked to accept the Ancestry terms and conditions. With Family Tree Maker 2017, you will also see a sync weather report status, which is green for no problems, it is safe to sync, orange for problems may occur, syncing is not recommended, and red for problems exist, syncing is not possible. With the Family Tree Maker 2018 update, the Sync Weather Report icons are now visible at a glance as badges added to the Ancestry Sync icon on the main toolbar over here and in the current tree area. You no longer have to start the synchronization process to see the sync weather alert status, which is the message we're seeing here. With the update, the sync, upload, and download dialog windows now display a count status progress to let you know what stage the process is in. But we're in the 2017 release, so we don't have that. I'm not going to go into great detail about uploading and downloading and syncing trees in this video, but I will give you a few tips. Living people are automatically privatized. If you don't want a personal photo document uploaded, you will first need to mark it private, so it will not be uploaded with the tree. Check the Help Companion Guide, or see my video on the Media Workspace soon to be released. And know that not everything in the desktop tree will be synchronized with its linked, synced online tree. Check the Help and Companion Guide for details. Also at this particular time, July 2018, Software Mac Kiev is still recommending that syncing be set to manual, not automatic, due to changes being made by the Ancestry behind the scenes, which is affecting the stability of the syncing process. Technology is always changing, and sometimes we have to deal with it and be patient. My personal tip observation about synced trees is to decide from which end you will make your adds, changes, deletes to your sync tree, and try to stick to working at that end, meaning either work from your desktop tree or work from the online tree. That way, what needs to be synced happens from one side and not both. I've observed that it seems to make the process go more smoothly. Now, up at the top is a task panel where you can create a to-do list for your research for this open tree file. These items can be general or attached to a specific person in the tree. The task toolbar of icons lets you add a task, edit the selected task, delete the selected task, delete all completed tasks, show group headers, those are the priorities, filter tasks by show all tasks, show uncompleted tasks, and filter by the task categories. Show hide columns, there are 4 of them, person categories, due date and creation date. You can have the ones you want appear so your description can more fully appear if you've got a long description. And the print task list. When you add a new task, you can describe it. And we'll do a simple one here. Assign a priority, high, medium, or low. We'll stick with medium. Set a due date if you desire. And categorize the task. And you do this by adding them yourself. You decide what categories you want. And then selecting the ones you want to activate for this task. Okay. Tasks can be edited, deleted, marked, completed, grouped by priority, and filtered either from the task toolbar or right-clicking on the task. Yeah, we can mark that one complete. Or decide we're not done and undo it. If the task is attached to a person, you can edit the person. A task list report can be printed, including from the selected person. After initially creating a task, to create assigned categories, you must edit the task. So if I want to add a different category or an additional category, I'd have to edit the task by opening it. Are you wondering how to attach a task to a specific person? The answer is to create the task on the desired person's task list located on the person view in the People workspace. And that's how we got Ebenezer here. Essentially, this task list can be used as a sort of research plan that stays with your tree. If you do not delete the completed tasks, then you have a record of not only what you want to seek, but what you have already sought. So you don't repeat yourself twice, or 3 or 4 times when searching for something. When you edit a task to mark it completed, you can take it one step further by making a note in the description of your results. Something like this. Oops, we jumped. In a simple way, like item found, item not found, item not my person, and item missing, or be a little more detailed. How you structure your descriptions is up to you. You can do it simply or more structured like a research objective goal. Once you have some tasks in the list, you can right-click the white space to bring up a floating menu to add a new task, filter the task, and show, don't show group headers. The bottom panel is the Ancestry Web dashboard, where you have the option to display various information from Ancestry that relates to your membership when you are signed into your Ancestry subscription within Family Tree Maker. The Options button on the right of the panel title lets you decide which information is displayed shown in the dashboard. These are your Ancestry subscription level and expiration date, a list of your online Ancestry trees, the most recent messages from Ancestry message boards to which you are subscribed, the most recent messages from your Member Connect service, the private messaging service on the Ancestry website, web links to Family Tree Maker and Ancestry.com owned websites, and how often you want the dashboard to update, which, if you do not select any interval, will likely be whenever you open Family Tree Maker. You can choose whether a selection is expanded automatically or if you will need to click the expand icon. You can also specify the number of messages to display for the applicable sections. Clicking the links down here will open that item in your default browser. Finally, in the Plan toolbar, where we started this video, the left and right arrows, navigation buttons located left of the Workspace tabs, jumps you back and forth between the last two workspaces or tabs you visited. At the right end of the Plan toolbar are quick links to the Ancestry and Family Search login, logout. When you are logged in, your username for the service is displayed. I hope you enjoyed and learned something from this video. Next up, we will review the People Workspace, but it will be done in two parts, meaning two videos, because the Workspace is one of the two workspaces where you will do most of your work. So there's a lot of information to cover. Thank you for watching. This has been Tips, Tricks, and How-To by Gone Researching.